What is going on, apes of the ape army? We have a very important AMC update video to get into. We're going to go over the data and the technical analysis because there is no need to watch the price and every single day it's down a little, it's up a little, whatever the case is. We have to go off of the data and the technicals. Now, we know there's a lot of fraud that is going on. The SEC is apparently cracking down on it. I do think they are a part of the fraud and are the bigger problem to what is going on. But I do think in the end, it'll be very, very positive for AMC investors, and we should really go off of the data and the technical analysis, like I said. So that is what we are going to get into in this video. The only thing that I do ask is that you tap, tickle, touch, or smash the like button, as well as comment down below and subscribe to the channel. Now, if you want to be up to date with the moves that I'm making and the community in the buy and sell alerts, check that out, link down below in the description. It pays for itself over and over and over again, so check that out, link down below in the description, as well as get up to $70 in whatever free stock that you want. No deposit necessary, no need to even link a bank account, and you get your stock immediately. And like I said, you get to choose the stock, so it's not like you're getting some shit stock. You get to choose it. Now, with that being said, let's get straight into the data, guys. And we are on Ortex, and you have to keep in mind the T+2 settlement time. So it is Wednesday, or trading day today was Wednesday, so most of this data is coming in for Monday, and it says we have a negative 0.53% short interest change, return shares or shares that were covered of 7.1 million, additional borrowed shares of 6.63 million. Sorry, I don't know why that was so hard. Borrow change of negative 468.46 thousand. So it was relatively flat. We pretty much had the same amount of shares that were covered that were sold short, but keep in mind there is naked short selling going on, and we don't know the full extent to that. And I don't even know how much I trust the Ortex data, because they have been proven to be pretty inaccurate in the past. And we all know, if we had seen as many shorts cover as this data has suggested, I think a day or two ago it said 30 million shares or 20 million shares had been covered, something like that. You can't really trust what is being said out there. You would see the price going up because apes are not selling, they are holding their positions. Now, as far as the free flow on loan, currently sits at 17.15%, 7 days ago at 26.92%, change of negative 36.29%. Like I said, again, I'm going to say this again, naked short selling is going on, so I wouldn't pay too much mind to these actual numbers. But the share on loan is 87.68 million, so all is pretty normal there. Estimated short interest of free flow at about 11%, estimated short interest at 58.14 million. So take these numbers with a grain of salt. Who knows what the actual numbers is, because there's so much fraud that is going on in the marketplace. And a lot of people, if you are taking money from AMC and putting it into Clover or all these other stocks that are ripping, you've seen what happened to Clover today. They were down about 30%. That is a very, very bad move, because institutions own about 80 to 90% of these companies. If you are taking money from AMC, putting them into these other companies, like I said, they are so highly owned by institutions. They are dumping out on you guys, and you are going to become the bag holder. That is why the only stock that I recommend, but not recommend, because nothing on this channel is a recommendation, to buy and hold is AMC, because us apes own over 80% of the flow. It's about 90% of the flow since the shareholder count actually came out today. We own 492 million of the total shares that are available, which is 501 million shares. So we own most of the company. You could basically say the whole company, individual retail investors do own. So all does look, you know, decent here. It's hard to say what is actually going on, right? But it doesn't look too crazy. I don't think shorts are actually covering their positions whatsoever. Now, getting into the technicals, and this is where it's going to be key, and keep in mind, technical analysis is only accurate about 70% of the time. So there is about that 30% of the time that it is not accurate. But if we do point out, I'm on the 15-minute candlesticks. This dark blue is in after hours, and we've seen today that we have fallen a little bit in after hours, down 3.93%, which I think is a bleed off effect from GameStop and what they did, not issuing future guidance. So that definitely probably had an impact to AMC, since they're kind of in the same realm. Now, the first thing I want to point off is we are just slightly under our $49 support level, so I do expect to bounce over this, probably to about $52 by market open tomorrow, or even by the end of extended trading today. It is 7:30, so there's still time for this to move around a little bit. As far as the lower end support level, if we do continue to drop, which I don't think we will, it's gonna be at about $41.50. That is where we hit a strong support level in after hours. This was June 4th. Bounced straight off of this mark. We only fell under this for a brief moment. That was June 3rd when we had that nasty sell-off, and a lot of people did start to panic here, and probably a lot of institutional investors started selling some of their position. Now, as far as what I am currently looking at, you could see if we do this trend from the top at $77.26 all the way down to where we currently sit, that is taking the tops of the bounces that we did see, and then you take the bottoms of where we have been, our pretty much support levels. We are in this clear channel, so I do expect to get some kind of bounce here soon. You can see this. I will extend this out just a little bit, but you can see this clear channel that is forming, and 9 times out of 10 when you see these kind of channels, you will see some level of bounce once they do start to tighten. Now, I do want to point out we are under our 50-day moving average and currently under our 200-day moving average, which is not a great sign whatsoever, but the MACD is bullish with the CCC line above the blue signal line, so that is bullish. Some things are bearish, some things are bullish, but overall I do think the picture is good. And if you wanted to buy AMC at $70 or $60, you should be jumping at the opportunity to buy this at $49. After all, like I said, 80, 85, 90% of the company is owned by retail investors. So that does sound pretty good to me compared to a lot of these other stocks that are owned by institutional investors. Now, going ahead into the future, this is totally my predictions, guys. I don't know if I'll be right. I don't know if I'll be wrong. That's not really what I'm trying to get at here, but something maybe you could go off of. I think we will see a bounce with this channel closing. I think we will see a bounce and probably head back up to about $55 and really consolidate around there. Now, who really knows what is happening with the naked shorts? We're gonna have to see some of them cover. Like I posted or went through in my last video, we have about 100 million shares that are not accounted for as of their shareholder count, right? There's about 600 million shares that are outstanding if you factor in individual investors, retail investors, and the institutional owners. There's about 600 and some change million shares that are outstanding when there's only supposed to be 501 million shares outstanding. So a lot of these naked shorts are going to have to start covering, especially when the SEC starts to crack down on them. Something else I want to leave you guys off with before we do wrap up this video is a little bit of a psychology lesson around especially investing. Now, AMC has been down while all these other stocks have been ripping. So some weak apes out there probably are selling some of their shares, options, whatever they have in AMC, and taking their money to these other stocks. Now, the problem with that is these stocks will run up 20, 30, 40, 50% and then come crashing down in the next couple of days because they're institutionally owned and they are the ones selling out, leaving you to hold the bag. Now, the number one saying in all of investing from Warren Buffett himself, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. That is the exact situation that is going on right now with AMC compared to all these other short squeeze stocks. When everything is said and done, people are sheeps and will flock to whatever is hot right now, whatever that is going crazy, and then they will come running back to the original position, which is AMC. So I don't know how long it'll take for this squeeze to actually happen, and I do suspect that institutions are going to start shorting AMC yet again, just based off of fundamental value. It's not really valued at its current valuation, or at least you could make a good argument that it's not. I don't want to say if it is or not. It really depends on your time frame. If you're going to hold this for 20 years, then it's probably a steal. If you're going to hold it for a year or 2 or 3, it's probably not a steal. But the point is, you want to be buying AMC, and I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't take credit for any gains or losses that you do incur. So I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. But in theory, you would want to be buying AMC right now when it is low and people are fearful. So once people do see that price increase, once naked shorts start to cover and this situation gets figured out, the price goes up and then people start flocking back into it. That creates premium. If you guys are option traders, you know what premium is. You don't want to buy the premium, you want to be able to sell the premium. And people, just quite frankly, they are sheeps and are going to go wherever the price is going. If the stock is going up, people are going to flock into it. If it is going down, people are going to start selling out. So I don't think you have anything to worry here. I'm going to be buying more. I really don't think there's anything to worry about. So at the very least, maybe that could be a confidence boost for anybody that does need to hear that. 4.1 million apes hold shares. Most of those aren't going to be selling anytime soon, if at all or ever. So with that being said, that's going to wrap up this video. If you guys want to be up to date with my buy and sell alerts, the moves that I'm making in stocks, options, and crypto, we have been absolutely destroying it over there. Check that link out down below in the description, as well as get up to 2 stocks worth up to $2,300 using the link for Webull, and get up to $70 using the link for Public. No need to link a bank account or make a deposit or anything like that. You get to choose your stock and you get it immediately. So with that being said, I will see you guys later. Peace out.